So we're getting some questions that we're about to answer. What is Rasberry Getaways?
Hey everyone, welcome to Rasberry Getaways. We're Robert and Melissa, and we've been doing a lot of videos lately and getting a lot of traction and likes and subscribers. So we figured this would be a great opportunity with the new year to kind of tell you a little bit about Rasberry Getaways and why we started this YouTube channel.
And who we are. And why the heck are we Rasberry Getaways? That's the biggest question probably. So long story short, I'm Melissa Rasberry, married to Robert Rasberry, and yes, that's how our name is spelled. Rasberry, no P. That would make us a fruit, and we're not fruits.
So we started this travel agency about 2 years ago, and the reason we did it is, if you don't know, I am prior military, did 20 years in the military, and we've lived all over the world. We've actually had 2 of our 3 children that were born in other countries. We've visited all over the place. We've been to a lot of different places, and we know a lot, and we've done a lot. So we thought this would be a great opportunity. So let's start a travel agency.
All right. Yeah, cool. But I say it a little bit different. We had 3 kids and three biological children in 3 different countries, and that's the truth. So let's start with that. Retired Air Force. I married into the Air Force. His particular career field moved every 2 years for the whole 20 years. So generally that was stateside to domestic. And we did have 2 kids in foreign countries. We had our oldest she was born in Keflavik, Iceland. Our second was born in Shreveport, Louisiana. But the reason that felt very foreign is it was during Hurricane Katrina and Rita time period, and Louisiana was just a different place at that time. We had my in-laws, his mom and dad and his sister living with me, if you can imagine that. We were helping them out. Their house got hit, and I'm enormous, hormonal, and pregnant, and have the in-laws and sister-in-law in my house, which they were wonderful. They did nothing wrong. It was all me. And then our 3rd child was born in Seoul, South Korea. So long story short, we have lived all around, a bunch of places in between there, but those are the 3 main points as far as international and domestic and moving and traveling.
So we lived actually in Iceland for 3 years, and we lived in Korea. I lived in Korea for a total of 3 years, and then Melissa and the kids lived in Korea for 2 years. So again, we've seen everything, we've done everything, we've been all over the world, we have a lot of knowledge, and then this is just something we've always wanted to do, so we tried it out. And it's been a blast ever since we started. We are a full-fledged travel agency. We can do any kind of bookings that you want, but we don't want to just book you your trip. We want to make sure that you have a memorable experience. That's really important to us. We've had so many great memories and experiences from our own personal travel that we want to be able to carry that on to the people that come to Rasberry Getaways, whether you're just going to watch us on YouTube or if you actually reach out and you need us to help you with any kind of trip. So that's really why we did it.
Yeah, I think also kind of the evolution of this was him retiring from the military, working in the civilian sector for about 5 years, realizing corporate America wasn't necessarily his thing, and us looking into what is his thing, and it came to him before it came to me, and the minute he said it to me, this light bulb went off, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're a genius. We love to travel. We love to travel. Again, we've had 3 kids in 3 different countries. They're portable. We've learned how to do the family vacation. Some of it's been fun, some of it's been work, just because being in the military. And we've really mastered that, and it's a huge part of our lives. So again, want to reiterate kind of, and you'll see us use it as tagline sometimes, about it, the memorable experience. We're not trying to help you go on a vacation necessarily. That doesn't really hit home to us. It's what memories can you create that are lasting a lifetime.
Right.
Memories with your kids,
Right.
family, whoever it would be. What is that memorable experience that's going to take your breath away and really excite you about the world and what you've seen and what you've done?
So we talked a little bit about international, but we've lived all over the country as well.
Yeah. So when we met, when we started dating, I was living in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He was stationed in Panama City Beach, Florida. We started dating. Long story short, we spent a lot of time in Florida, at South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami while we were dating. But eventually, as we were getting engaged, married, all the things, I moved to Panama City. We lived in Panama City, Florida for a period of time. Our next duty station was Shreveport, Louisiana for the first time because we ended up there more than once. We were both working in Shreveport, and I literally got a phone call one day, and it was him saying, "Hey, what do you think about Iceland?" And I was like, I don't. Why? And he's like, "We're moving there." Went to Iceland.
For 3 years. After Iceland, we lived in also Colorado for 3 years.
Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I spent some time in Denver. Really enjoyed Denver and skiing while we were in Colorado.
Let's see, where else? So we also lived a little bit in Arizona.
Well, yeah. So No, not yet. You're skipping.
Oh, you want me to do chronological?
So, yeah, chronological.
Oh, my God.
I can't keep it together.
I don't remember all that.
So, from Shreveport, the first time you went to Korea a year without us, we only had one child at the time. She and I stayed in Shreveport for 6 months of the year, and then when he finally got orders to our next duty station, we went there, which was Colorado Springs. Or am I getting this backwards? Colorado Springs was next, which was wonderful. I loved it. Absolutely love you, Colorado. Shout out to Colorado.
And then after Colorado, I went to Korea by myself. Yeah,
things changed. September 11th and all that fun happened in the world, and duty assignments and different things happened. So
then we went back to Shreveport.
Then
we went for a little bit of time in Arizona.
Yep, we were in Peoria or Phoenix area of Arizona for a period of time.
After that, back to Korea with all of us for 2 years.
And also Mississippi when you were at Kessler. I forgot that one. There was some training there too.
And then after that, we went back to Florida to Fort Walton Beach.
Yeah, Eglin Air Force Base. He eventually retired out of Eglin Air Force Base. And then now, as any of you that follow us know, we live in Ohio because that's where I'm originally from, where we're raising the kids. But really just to round all that up, we have been a lot of places.
Travel is in our blood.
It's in our blood. If we haven't traveled there or lived there, I'll tell you it's probably on the list and we aspire to. So yeah, I think that's all of them. We may have missed some in there.
I'm pretty sure we missed a few.
Okay.
So that's Rasberry Getaways in a nutshell. Thanks for tuning in with us. We have a lot of different new content that's coming out here very soon. So keep on the lookout. And if you have any feedback or any comments that you would like to provide us, please reach out to us.
Yep, we love reading the comments, so keep them coming. Bye.